Board of directors are expected to be corporate watchdogs and bring long-term prudence to a company. Welcome to another edition of the Nigerian Investor. Last week, we talked about the five behind the figures presentation of Forte Oil PLC. Today, we want to talk about the return of Tony Elumelu, status quo ante, and corporate governance. The Board of Directors of United Bank for Africa on Monday, 25th August 2014, announced the appointment of Tony Elumelu as board chairman, succeeding Ambassador Joe Keshi after retiring as Group Managing Director and CEO in 2010, following the introduction of 10-year tenure limit for bank CEOs by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Earlier in July 2014, Jim Ovia, the former CEO of Zenith Bank PLC, was also confirmed as the chairman of the board of Zenith Bank PLC after the expiration of the term of Mr. Star Momojafo. The CBN, under Malam Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, as part of its banking reforms, released a guideline on 19 January 2010, stating that all CEOs of banks shall serve as maximum of 10 years, and bank CEOs who would have served for 10 years by July 31, 2010 shall cease to function in that capacity. Other CEOs affected by the decision are Akin Shola Akinfemiwa of Sky Bank PLC, while Reginald Ihejiaye has also left office after expiration of his 10-year tenure. Naturally, boards of directors of companies are expected to serve as checks and balances to CEOs' activities, as well as bring along long-term prudence alongside their fiduciary responsibility to the firm. By implication, however, the recent return of a few of the bank's former CEOs as board chairman raises some questions that need to be addressed, as what the CBN intends to address then with the circular on tenure guideline might eventually happen, while we also expect that the returned chairman will put shareholders' interest ahead of self-interest and self-preservation. Academy PLC is expected to hold its AGM on the 16th of October 2014. On corporate actions, Access Bank PLC declared 25 kobo interim dividend with closure date set for 9th September 2014, while Academy Prep PLC also declared dividend of 80 kobo with closure date set for 30th September 2014. On announcement in the market, Wema Registrars Limited becomes Citadel Registrars Limited. Wema Registrars Limited has notified the Nigerian Stock Exchange that it has changed its name to Citadel Registrars Limited with effect from July 21, 2014. All previous correspondences with the company's former name remain valid. Oando reduces debt by $98 million through conversion of loan to equity. Oando Energy Resources Incorporated, or the company, is pleased to announce the conversion to equity of principal and interest in the amount of $98 million outstanding under the $1.2 billion facility agreement dated 10 February 2014 with Oando PLC. $41 million of principal remains outstanding under the Oando loan, and an aggregate principal amount of approximately $292 million remain available to be drawn under the Oando loan. Kunoch Holdings acquires Artist LLP and CDC Group stake. Diamond Bank PLC has notified the exchange that Kunoch Holdings has successfully completed the phase of Artist DB Holding Limited, a company which holds Diamond Bank shares from Artist LLP and CDC Group. Artist DB Holding Limited currently holds 14.79% of the issued share capital of Diamond Bank funds managed by Artist, a private equity investor specializing in investing in emerging markets, acquired a significant equity stake in the bank in 2007. These funds are now coming to the end of their close-end period, and accordingly, Artist is realizing its investment in the bank. Over the years, positive contribution by Artist, other institutional investors, and the new management team of the bank have created additional value for all Diamond Bank shareholders. Corporate governance in Nigeria is evolving to launch rating system. The Convention on Business Integrity, in partnership with the NSE, has developed a corporate governance rating system for Nigeria, which is currently being piloted. The result of the pilot and announcement of the mandatory rollout of the CGRS to all listed companies is set to be made September 15, 2014, at a ceremony in Lagos, Nigeria. The CGRS score will consist of a score for verified compliance self-assessment by companies, 50%, a fiduciary awareness certification testing facts of directors, 10%, and feedback from stratified, random, and sample of stakeholders, 20%, and an expert multi-stakeholder group, EMSG, 20%. Companies would have to meet a 70% threshold to be considered for listing on the premium board. That's all we have for you on this edition of the Nigerian Investor. I remain your regular anchor until I come your way again next week. Bye for now.